All right, we are recording. Hey, you guys, welcome, welcome. I'm excited for everybody to be here tonight. We're going to be talking about the cycle of growth. This is our third week of the ISA Biz Basics. Thank you so much to Amanda Bice, who has been leading this up, and Tori, who did an awesome call last week. And I am very excited to share with you guys about something tonight that is so very, very near and dear to my heart, the cycle of growth that has helped change myself as a person and our business and our entire team. But before we get started, you guys, we're going to be very, very, very intentional about getting into state so you can really, really, really receive everything that you are needing to hear tonight. I'm believing that every single person on this call is going to hear exactly what they need to hear. So no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, as long as if you can hear me, I want you just to take a few seconds right now. I want you to close your eyes and we're going to take 5 deep breaths. Don't worry about how weird you look. Doesn't matter where you are, okay? And separate yourself from everything that is going on around you. Okay, so close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. Take 5 deep breaths. All right, keep those eyes closed, guys. Keep them closed for a second. Keep your eyes closed. I can see you. Close your eyes. All right, and I want you continue breathing if you want to. Continue breathing if you want to. But I want you to think to yourself, ask yourself, why are you here tonight? Why did you show up tonight? And let that really burn in your belly. Whatever your why is, hang on to that. Visualize that. Always, 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 always go back to that. It is so incredibly important, especially with what we're going to talk about tonight. And whatever your why is, it's your why. It's yours. It's nobody else's, but it's yours. And it's so incredibly important to remember why you started and why you continue to help people. Always remember that. Okay, so while you guys were breathing, you know me, I pulled a card, and this card is going to read to you exactly how you need to hear it, okay? And so this is you saying this to yourself. I claim my power, and I lovingly create my own reality. I ask for more understanding so that I may knowingly and lovingly shape my world and my experiences. I would say that is super appropriate for this right here. All right, you guys. So before we get started, a couple of things. I just wanted to recap. So Tori and Amanda did an amazing job, kind of kicking us off. And Amanda was talking about leader in action. And following that formula is a complete and total game changer. And I am going to share my screen very, very quickly because I want to get to, All right, so leader in action, this is what this looks like, you guys. And so what that is, you can literally Google Isagenix leader in action and find this and print it off. Print it off, track it, you guys, use it so it's always in the forefront of your mind. Are you paying attention to your cycles? Are you paying attention to what your cycle benchmark is? If you don't know how to identify your cycle benchmark, reach out to somebody. We can help you do that. Your number of your personal enrollments, and you guys, you should always be thinking about enrolling. You should always be thinking about enrolling. If you're not thinking about enrolling, I promise you will not be enrolling. And your personally enrolled rank advancements, and that's another thing. Are you thinking about personally enrolled rank advancements? If you're thinking about them and you have feeling about that and you are putting it out there to the universe that you're going to rank advance your people, it's going to happen. And then the number of weeks at executive. And so, even if you're not executive right now, it is completely and totally appropriate to use the Leader in Action formula, you guys, because if you enroll people and you rank advanced people, you're going to be an executive. It's so awesome. And we had a couple of people that declared that they're running for it today. So I'm pumped. I'm ready to do it. All right. And then also we have talked about the action scoreboard. You guys, this thing right here is a total game changer, and sitting down for, 15-minute increments and doing something, so when you have 15 minutes in your calendar and just being really, 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 really intentional with your time, it's a game changer. And the fact that if you can check this off, you feel like you've accomplished something and you're seeing it and you're going to see it reproduce in your business. So, if you're not intentional about doing things per se, maybe the only thing that you're doing is making social media posts. But just making social media posts isn't going to build your business. All right. It's the follow-ups, it's the prospecting, it's the building your network. But when you have 15 minutes, spend 15 minutes intentionally on one of these specific things. I love this thing. And then I'm making sure that I'm talking about what Tori and Amanda wanted me to talk about. And then one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is isagenixbusiness.com. If you have not been to isagenixbusiness.com, go to Isagenix Business. And I'm actually going to start out with your homework for this week. So your homework for this week is to go to isagenixbusiness.com and to click on training and click on training by rank. And whatever rank you are right now is to watch those videos and to look at those documents that they recommend you to look at. That is incredible training by incredible leaders who make massive amounts of money, and it's all right there for you. So that's what I'm encouraging you to do, because you guys, if you go here and you do the training and you do the you're going to be able to hit that next rank, just by doing the work. And yeah, just using the tools. And so this is the homework that I have for you guys, and obviously the brand new incentives that we had rolled out last night, that call was amazing. I'm so excited about the PIBs for, the smaller packs and, the PIB for BV basically. And if you need, help understanding that, or if you need the recording, let us know. We'll get that to you guys. Just so much goodness going on with Isagenix. But truly, Isagenix has it handled. All right. But what we need to do is I'm not going to say the word need. I'm not going to, no more need. But what is so important that we do is we pay attention to us. Okay. Isagenix has it handled. They've got the business side of things taken care of. They've got the training side of things taken care of. And so when we feel like our business is faltering or things are going wrong, it has 100% to do with us. And so that takes us to the cycle of growth. And you guys, I did share with you, this is one of my absolute most favorite things to talk about. I love the cycle of growth. This has completely changed my life, and it was last summer that I really started to apply the cycle of growth. And it was last summer because that's when we did the breathing retreat. And I remember going to that retreat and I was like, I cannot believe that I'm spending this much money to go breathe. And now I breathe all the time. We open this call with breathing. It's so important. Breathing intentionally, speaking your truth, but really getting yourself in a state where you are feeling your truth. There's a book, it's called, what's it called? I just said this to Tori. I can't think of it. It's by Wayne Dyer. It's Conversations of something, maybe Lindsay or Amanda will know. But if you feel something and you speak something and they contradict each other. So let's say that I'm speaking that I am abundant and I'm attracting and I'm doing this and things are happening for me. And then on the inside, I feel lack and I don't feel like anything's happening. The universe is going to deliver what I'm feeling. And so getting yourself to a state of truly feeling the appreciation and the abundance and that you are, bringing everything into your world that you want is incredibly important. All right. So let's get at it. Let's get at the cycle of growth. So I encourage you guys to get your notebooks out. And I'm going to do this quickly because I don't want to run out of time. All right. So the cycle of growth, you guys. So this is the cycle of growth as a whole. So we've got inception, deception, transformation, and identity. And truly this call is applicable for any single person. So if you have somebody in your life that's struggling in any capacity, not necessarily struggling, but anybody who is, transforming, or they have a new position, or, they have a new goal. This is so incredibly important for people to really take a look at. So we have the inception phase, and this is when you come in and, things are like, whoa, yeah. And then you have deception, where things start to get a little like, wait a second, it's not as cool as I thought it was. And that's where a lot of people live. And then pushing through to transformation and then identity. And it's a very small percentage that push through to the transformation and the identity. All right. So we're going to talk about attitude, competency, and effort. All right. So ACE. And so ACE is going to be at every single, spot within the cycle of growth. So inception, deception, transformation, and identity. And we're going to take a look at what your attitude and your competency and your effort might be looking like with your Isagenix business. All right, so inception. And inception is that really, 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 really fun phase. It's the unconsciously incompetent. It's the phase where like you really don't know what's going on and you're like, I love this, so you bought the products, you maybe did your research, you had an incredible product experience, and you're like, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make my post and the whole world is going to join me. All right, and so your attitude is high. Your competency is very, very low. You don't have a knowledge base, really kind of like how the business works and, what's going on per se, or maybe a ton of information on the products. And your effort is really high because it feels good, because you have a story to share. These products worked because of what they did for you. And you're ready to go, and that's because it's kind of like ignorance on fire, which is a beautiful thing, but in inception, it feels good. And, people are excited and everybody loves inception. All right. So sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, but this is when we first start, ignorance on fire. Like I said, it's fun. You have a great transformation, and you put the post out there, you put your transformation in, a couple of people enroll with you, or, maybe nobody enrolls with you after you make your post, and it's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? But you're really excited to do it, and you're excited to be a part of the team, and you're excited to be talking to people about it, and everything feels like a high. And as I go through this, you guys, I'm going to ask everybody to give me some feedback in the chat, and I'm hoping that we might have a little bit of time so we can kind of talk this out. But where are you at right now with your Isagenix business? What phase are you in? And so then we move into deception, all right? And this is where you become consciously incompetent. So this is when you realize that you don't know a lot. This is where you realize that, this is going to be kind of hard, and I'm going to have to grow, and, I'm going to have to learn, how to do this network marketing thing. And, I'm going to, and maybe need to watch or listen to a podcast or watch a video on, the shake, so I can just be a little bit more proficient when I'm talking about them, and, my thing is like, you don't need to know anything about the products when it comes to it. Just send everybody a tool. That's replicatable. People love that. And I'd rather have somebody else talk about it anyways. But so your attitude is low, your competency is low, and your effort is low. And you guys, I'm going to break it to you. This is where a lot of people live. A lot of people go back and forth in this inception and this deception phase, and so in deception is when it gets hard. People tell you no. You reach out to people. Maybe you send your 10 messages and you're like, man, everybody's ghosting me. Nobody's reaching back. Nobody's talking to me. Or you reach out to your list and nobody wants to join you. People tell you it's too expensive. You quit or you decide to transform. And this is it, you guys. This is the most powerful piece right here. You quit or you decide to transform. This isn't what the world decides for you. This isn't what anybody tells you you can or cannot do. This is your decision. This is the decision that you have between yourself, and you look at yourself in the mirror, and you are fearfully and wonderfully made. I know that about every single person on this call. You are more precious than rubies. You have what it takes, but you have to believe it. You have to be able to look inside yourself and say, I love these products. I know what they do for people. And I know what this opportunity can be for me, for my family, and for anybody who joins me. And so you make a choice. If you guys could mute out, that would be awesome, please. Thank you. And so you make a choice. So, and some choose to never, ever, 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 ever grow. Some choose to never, ever go past this point. And so they live in inception and deception because inception feels so good and people want to feel good that they go back and forth in the inception and the deception phase, because deception doesn't feel good. It hurts. You have to grow. You know what it takes, but you're lying to yourself that you're actually doing the work. Not right now. Not right now. Please. Sorry, guys. My son just walked in. But you're lying to yourself that you're actually doing the work, and that's not, I don't want that to be taken personally. And I can't wait for Amanda and Lindsay to talk about don't take anything personally on our next call. But, you truly come to this realization that, I'm not doing everything that I can. I'm not plugging into everything that I can. Isagenix has given me the tools. And so this is on me. And so you own it. And so you have a choice. And this is the beautiful thing, guys. This is when the caterpillar becomes the butterfly. All right. And you go to the transformation phase. And this is when you become consciously competent, and you're going to teeter back and forth between your attitude being low and high and your competency being low and high and your effort being low and high, because you're in this phase of getting better at things. And you get to an event and you plug into the team calls and you actually go to isagenixbusiness.com and you go to your training by rank and you complete that training and you get to the next rank, because you're going to learn, you're going to grow. I'm learning every single day. Every single person on this call is learning every single day. I can get better. And if I don't have any room to grow, what's the point? There is no there. There is no there. And so the transformation stage is truly, truly the most beautiful. You decide to do this, but it's still going to be hard. It's a lot of personal development. It's plugging into calls like Amanda and Lindsay. It's about reading books. You're getting to events. You find your five, you guys. This is so incredibly important. You find your people. Who are going to be your people? And it's painful, and deception is going to hit along this journey multiple times. You're going to get kicked back there because you're going to get somebody who's like, yes, 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 I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. And they're like, peace. And that's real. I mean, that's just real. And so you have a choice. You can live in deception and inception, or you can just transform and know that there's somebody out there that does match your vibration. And it's not, I saw this great quote and it says, it's not that I don't love you. I just outgrew you. And be at peace with that and be at peace with what you need. You know what it takes and you are doing it. That's huge. You've plugged into the right resources, and I know it's just a not right now. That's the beautiful thing. And you're not taking things personally when it comes to the transformation, but keep in mind, you guys, this is that phase. It's literally the most beautiful. It's like there's a beautiful verse about creating new wine, and it's in the crushing and in the breaking, and and you're creating wine from those grapes. And I just love that. And that's very, very, symbolic here. And then finally, you guys, we get to identity, where it's just part of who you are. Your attitude is high, your competency is high, and your effort is high. And Isagenix is who you are. You call it home. And so when somebody approaches Glenn and I, on the street, and they say, hey, what do you do? We're like, hey, we own our own virtual health and wellness franchise with Isagenix. Have you heard about it? And if they say yes, we're like, oh, that's amazing. What do you think? And if they say no, we're just like, oh, wow, would you like to learn more? And then we connect with them. You truly believe in every aspect of what this company has to offer. You guys, and check your belief, and that's the cycle of growth is all about that. And what, Amanda talked about, the very first call in regards to where are you at, on a scale of 1 to 10 in your belief with yourselves and the product and the company. Core 4 events are non-negotiable. We won't miss one. That's just, it's non-negotiable. We know what this company can be. We've committed. We know it's going to be hard at times. We know it's not going to be easy, but we know what it can be for our family, and we know that what it's doing for our family. And so we're here, we're home. You're ready to help others develop their own identity. And that's huge right there, is you become that person that is that beacon of light for other people. And you can relate to the fact that, inception is going to happen and deception is coming, and being, it's kind of being able to be, proactive, in that situation. And, personal development is a must, you guys, and you recognize when you need to do it. And that's the thing, is when I feel frustrated, or when I feel, like things aren't happening, or I get into comparison mode, because we all do it, let's be very honest, we all do it. And if you say you don't, you are literally lying to yourself. And, I recognize that I need it. I need to stop. I need to breathe. I need to get grateful. Be grateful for all the amazing things in my life, and you check yourself and you let those feelings come, because they're going to come, you guys. The feelings of deception, they're going to come, and they're going to come often. But it's like you let them come and you just let them go. You let them come. You don't let them live. You don't let them stay, but you learn how to let them go. You understand the importance of and implement massive action, and you lead by example. You guys, you cannot ask your people to do it if you're not doing it, and if you are living in the inception and the deception phase, do not just stay there. Push yourself through to transformation, you guys. And so that's my question to you right now. And I know that we have like 5 minutes, and I would love, some shares if we have time. If we don't, that's okay. But I definitely want you to drop it in the chat. So where do you live? Where do you live, on the cycle of growth? And I want you to be very honest and, share with us, give us some detail. Are you in the inception phase still? Are you in deception? Are you moving into transformation, or is this part of your identity? So wherever you live is where your people live. And that's another thing. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I used to think that was some kind of cliche saying that, was like with some pretty quote with flowers on it. It's not true. Your vibe literally attracts your tribe. And wherever you are is what you're attracting into your organization as well. And just own it. Just own that, and reach out if you need help to get out of the stage that you're in, or to push through to the next one. What do you need to do to move into the transformation phase and allow ISOGENIX to become your identity? Most live in inception and deception their entire lives, you guys. And so, I know there's, a lot of people that, really need, that would really benefit from, being on this call and hearing this call. So I'm so happy that we're recording it so you can share it with them. And so no matter where somebody is, no matter what they're doing, if they're living in inception and deception, they're never going to find true happiness, because they're not fulfilling what they're called to do. Whether that's ISOGENIX, whether that's running a marathon, you guys. Think about how many people are like, yeah, I'm doing it. And they start the training and then they quit, and it's always that what if, and I love a quote by Emily Raver. It's like, if not this, then what? Like, if I'm not going to do this, then what am I going to do? ISOGENIX has the capability of changing my life. It's me. I need to take care of me, and the rest is handled. And then once you truly understand this, you will never take anything personally again. And it's amazing how things align, because Amanda's about to talk about that. But so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I know we have like 4 minutes, but is there anybody who would be, brave enough, who would like to, share, where are you living right now? Where are you living? And, what's your plan? I'm going to check the chat out real quick.
Okay, so I initially, when you were talking about those, I initially thought transformation, but now that you explained identity, I'm like, yeah, identity, like I'm not going anywhere. No matter how long it takes me, I'm not going anywhere. So that's where I'm at, kind of like with that. I probably go back and forth between transformation sometimes, but really I think identity, like it's part of me. So blessed to have it be part of me.
Love it. I love it. Anybody else?
All right, I'll share.
Hi.
So I feel like I'm kind of living a little bit in deception, but trying to work my way out of transformation. Work has just kind of been super crazy for me, and I feel like I haven't been giving my ISA business as much time as I wanted. So I'm really looking forward to getting together with Amanda and getting a plan of action in order and getting ready for Nashville and kind of work my way out of this deception and into transformation.
Awesome. Love it. Thanks, Abby. Anybody else? No? Come on, guys. Come on. Okay. All right. Well, that's good because we have like 2 minutes before we... Oh, hold on. I heard someone. Did I hear someone? No? Okay. All right. We have like 2 minutes before we're going to hop over to Lindsay and Amanda. And I really encourage everybody on this call to jump over to their call, you guys, because it's going to fit seamlessly. You know, but the one thing that, you know, I do want to leave you with is that deception will always come back. It's inevitable, you know, no matter where you're at. But, you know, equipping yourself with those tools, you know, and people, your culture and your tribe, you know, but deception, it's going to come back no matter what, you know, because, you know, you're going to run into comparison and you're going to run into the next rank that you're going for, and you're going to, you know, and things are going to seep in. And so it's, the cycle of growth is literally a cycle. It's a cycle of everything. You know, it's like inception, deception, but just equipping yourself and allowing yourself to become the person that is not necessarily not affected by deception, but has the power to push through deception and into transformation. And every single person on this call, you have it within you. You have an incredible gift, a God-given gift. I believe that. I know that. That is written. That is a written truth. And all you have to do is just literally pull it out and give it to the world, and abundance is coming your way. So I love talking about the cycle of growth, you guys. This is recorded. I'm going to make sure it's dropped into all of the opportunity pages, and please share it with somebody, you know, even if it's somebody who needs it, you know, that doesn't have anything to do with Isagenix. You know, this is an incredible, you know, just concept for people to understand, you know, the cycle of growth. It's cyclical. It's going to come and it's going to go, but equipping yourself with the tools to be able to change is what is really going to change your life. So, all right, we're rushing out of here because we're heading to another call, but does anybody have any last minute, anything they want to say?
You just rocked it, Melina. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll talk to y'all later. So much love. Bye.
Bye.